Let's see here. Let's see what we got going on here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Making sure we get everything on point before we begin this stream. Let's see here. Go to my channel. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. So I want to thank everyone for chiming in. There we go. YouTube Live. And I'm also live on Rumble. So when I tell you that we're gonna have a lot to talk about, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, and we're gonna get this thing going. For all those chiming in, put a number 1 in the chat. Peace, love, and blessings to all. All right, here we go. First off, I want to pay respect to one of my fellow officers, Hawaiian, who had a situation at work. Big ups to him. Pray that he heals. Pray that he gets well. And pray that, he continues to grow. Love you, King. Respect you. Get well soon. And shout out to my first cousin, Buju Banton, who put on an amazing performance at Planet Hollywood last night. And big ups to him. I'm proud of him, proud of what he's doing. Continue to grow, King. I love you. Your cousin, Big Truck. So, shout out to my man, Average Angry Man, and O'Shea Jackson. Conversation and reviews. I'm working on my page, by the way, so I can set it up to where y'all can donate and help, help the cause and everything. What I'm going to start doing with a lot of the proceeds is giving back. Not only creating new content, but also giving back to those that are less unfortunate. Because at the end of the day, those that know me know I have a big heart and I love to give. I ain't no fool. Don't get it twisted. But I love to see people happy. I love to see people smiling. And whatever I can do to help with whatever I can. It may not be much, but something is better than nothing. So I'm going to revise my whole YouTube page, Rumble page, and I'm also going to sign on to Twitch and Kick and all of that so I can really start focusing more on the live streaming aspect of things too. Still doing reaction videos, but doing a lot more streaming. But my man, Angry Man, my man O'Shea Jackson, both those individuals helped me when I was going through my transition. Both kings doing amazing things. Please go to their channel, support, show them some love. So we're going to talk about this cooking with Kaya thing. I have some things to say. They have some things to say. And then the spirit of the universe going to take us home. So without further ado, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and peep this shit out. By the way, shout out to Nas.
All right, so let me address the elephant in the room. Because yesterday, who was it? Arturo came in the chat room early and was asking me if the Trump Elon beef was real, right? Then Ari came into the chat room asking me if the Trump Elon beef is real, right? Everybody's asking me about the Trump Elon beef. Everybody's asking me to speak on this shit, right? In fact, I saw Scott Jennings earlier today talking to lefties and Democrats, being humble, basically saying that he didn't see it coming and blah, blah, blah. And they just sitting there just with a big shit-eating grin on their face. Let me ask you guys this question, right? Shout out to Bishop. He said, before I get into the meat of this video, LOL facts. Let me ask you guys a question. When somebody on the left or the Democrats is doing something, and then us on the right say something like for instance, the left was saying, well, when Elon and Trump first linked up, everybody on the left was saying, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last, right? So now that it appears that they're beefing, all of these people on the right are jumping on camera to speak on it. Let me ask you this question. Whenever the left does something, like when Joe Biden got elected, and we all said that it was going to be a disaster. After it was a disaster, did anybody on the left get on camera and say, well, you know what? You guys got us there. You were right about Biden. Yeah, man. Did anybody do that?
Nobody said shit. Crickets. All right.
Anytime we on the right predict that something on the left is going to go awry or doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, does anybody on the left fucking acknowledge it?
No, they don't.
Then why the fuck are you? Why are you even talking about it?
It's like certain individuals ask me, Big Truck, what do you think about such and such and such? I say, I don't. What is your opinion about what Elon Musk said or done? What Trump said or done? I don't. Large number of individuals do not want to hear the fucking truth, even if the truth tapped them on the shoulder and sat down next to them. They don't want to hear it. The generation has shifted. You listen, you have more motherfuckers that rather believe the lie than the damn truth. And will look you in your face. In parentheses, will tell you that. Why should it matter? Republicans, Democrats, Two separate wings of the same damn bird. You got to know that. You got to understand that. You got to overstand that. So why get into this whole rhythm of road conversation? To a degree, when it comes to certain topics and certain things, your opinion means nothing. Let's continue.
See, I'm built different. I'm built different. Okay? I'm built different. I'm not giving none of that shit no energy. None of it. I don't know what's going on with Trump and Elon. And I don't give a fuck.
For those chiming in, put a number 1 in the chat.
And the main reason why is because I'm not going to give these bitch ass clowns on the left the satisfaction. That's the problem with the right. The problem with the right is you always want to be righteous.
You can't always be right.
You always want to be righteous. I'm not doing it. I don't live by morality. I live by a code that I, as a man, constructed for myself.
When you go through things in life, I'm going to tell you something. When you go through things in life, one or two things are going to happen. It's going to make or break you. Choice is yours. As a man that protects his peace, fuck that. As a man that has peace of mind, I choose to move strategically, quietly, using wisdom and discernment. And because I've structured those things around my life, I have peace in my home. I sleep comfortable at night. I worry about nothing. If I'm faced with situations and obstacles, I know how to solve them. I'm a problem solver. I'm a leader. When it's time to get out there and enjoy living my best life, I choose to. When it comes to having a good attitude, I choose to. The day starts the moment I wake up. At that moment, that hour, that minute, that second, an executive decision has been made. Throughout that day, I'm going to have a great day. I will have a great day. And when you live your life like that, you don't sell your soul to the things of this world. Let's continue.
Okay? I live by a code that I constructed for myself. Because if I live by some universal, one-size-fits-all morality code, there's always going to be some bullshit that's going to trip me up or have me messed up in the game. And we're not doing that. The code I live by is just like a fine suit. It is tailor-made for me. Shout out to Desmond. Desmond said, I know this Cook session about to go up. Salute AM. Shout out to Chill Let Go says, so now that Elon isn't besties with Trump, are liberals now okay to like Elon again? LOL, this is so dumb. Liberals are so clueless. It's incredible. Like I'm not entertaining that shit. First of all, let's be clear about something. I didn't expect Trump and Elon to be cuddle buddies for their entire life anyway. These are two powerful men. I wouldn't care if they gave each other bro hugs every day or if they argued with each other. I don't give a shit about none of that. The only thing I give a damn about is the country running right, is the economy performing properly. What I care about is my funds. What I care about is my money. That's what I care about. All the rest of that shit can run the marathon. And yes, when it comes to certain things like that, oh yes, I can be a prick. Somebody could point out something that Trump did that was absolutely wrong. I can even know that it was absolutely wrong. But if that wrong thing does not affect me or the country, soon as you say it, I'm going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But angry man, didn't you see when I didn't see shit. I ain't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like everybody want to put their 2 cents in something. And, you know, get mad when your opinion doesn't line up with what they talking about. Every individual has a different opinion. Every individual is going to have a different perspective. You feel me? So why the fuck should it matter? Large number of individuals have to learn to live their best life. Too many people you can't be concerned about. You have a lot of individuals that have sold their soul to the things of this world, and it shows. The more you live, the more you observe life, the more you pay attention, shit start making sense. Let's continue.
What you talking about? Do the lefties? Like I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Does anybody, can y'all hear me? Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. I don't care. If what's being done does not go against my personal code, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. If what is being done does not go against my personal code, does not affect me and mine in a negative way, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
It's almost like how some individuals care about what other people think or what other people say. I really can give a shit. I'm with Angry Man on that one. I can give two shits. When it comes to protecting my household, when it comes to protecting my peace, I'm going to do that. And if anything tries to come in the middle of that, we're going to have a problem. People are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to do what they're going to do. Long as the shit doesn't affect me, I'm good. Why should I crash out over someone else's opinion? Why should I crash out over what someone else has to say or what someone else is doing? That's stupid. You went through enough in life, hopefully, that shit begin to make sense to you. If not, then reality needs to bust you upside your head a little bit more. But for those that do get it and have made an executive decision to say, you know what? I'm going to take care of me and mine. I'm going to make sure me and mines are good. I'm going to make sure my household is good. And those that dwelleth in my household is good. Anything outside of the four walls, I can give two shits about. Let me ask you this. Are you living or are you existing? Which one is it?
This is part of the reason why you don't really see me talking about politics right now. Because Trump won. Trump won. We got the House and the Senate. Shout out to Mr. Walker. He says, salute, OG. Appreciate you. Look, if what's being done does not affect me and mine or go against my code of ethics, I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Everybody's going to have something to say.
Do you see anybody in the left? Do you see anybody on the left? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the left. This is what the left does. And this is why they're always in the modern age, this is why the left is always kicking the rights behind in certain arenas. You want to know why? Because the left is not moral. The right is, but the left isn't. The left is about its agenda, not its morality. Yep. Right? Shout out to Tootie Bud for gifting the membership. The left is about its agenda, not it.
And let me pinpoint that. Let me piggyback off of that. The agendas are real. The agendas are being performed right in front of your face. The agendas, the division, especially between black men and black women. The agenda, the homosexual agenda. All these agendas are being performed, being done right in front of your face. And you have some that see it. And when you speak against it, it's a problem. Versus seeing it and going along with it. I don't go along with foolishness. I don't. I really don't talk much politics. I'm with Angry Man on that because of what I know and individuals that I know in high places. I know I speak enough, but I keep it moving because at the end of the day, y'all should go cop that book, Behold of the Pale Horse. Everything that was written, we seeing it play out. We seeing it. And it's up to you. I choose not to get involved in all that. What's going to be is what's going to be. How it's going to go, how it's going to go. And ain't nothing we can do to stop it. But what you can do is educate yourself, educate those that are around you. You might not be able to reach everybody, but I promise you, you will be able to reach some.
It's morality. Okay? One could even question whether or not they have morality. All right? So, when you look at the left, you know what the left does? The left celebrates all its victories and ignores all its losses. The left celebrates all of its victories and ignores all of its losses. See, when the left loses a battle, they don't focus on that loss. They move on to the next battle. It's one of the only admirable qualities about the left. Their relentless pursuit of their endeavors. They don't sit around worrying about they lost. They just move on to the next battle. But y'all supposedly see Trump and Elon allegedly getting into it. I didn't see it.
I'm going to tap more into that because I didn't see it. You know, I don't like to just listen to hearsay, she say. I look into things instead of looking at things. I investigate things. I don't just take what someone says and run fucking 8 miles with it. No, if something don't sit right with me, when I hear something, I'm going to research it because I want facts. Okay? I want facts. Yeah, Elon Musk and Trump, you know what? They could be getting into it, but you know what? It can also be a show too. You don't never know nowadays. What you think is a beef is really not a beef. But social media make it seem that way. We know how the news media can be. The news media look you dead in your face and lie to you. The news media would take certain things and twist it like a pretzel. And that's why I stay firm on this and I stand on business with this. I stand 10 toes down. I sit on chrome with this. Look into things instead of looking at things. You can't always believe people for what they say. Got to get facts.
And all of a sudden it's like, what's going on? Why are they, what's going, and the left is just sitting back looking at y'all like, yeah, look at him. Yeah, look at him.
That's exactly what they're doing right now. Even with this whole black on black crime and all this stuff going on. They sitting back like, we let them kill themselves. Look, they're stupid enough to do it. They're stupid enough to believe it. Look at the division between in the relationships. How come nothing that the good man does get talked about? Whether you a father, you a husband, how come the things about a good man does not get talked about? But everything about a man that does something bad gets talked about. That gets more glorified. Pookie and Ray Ray and them get glorified more than the average, hardworking, loving man that loves his children, that loves his wife. That gets shamed upon. We see that. You go to these podcasts and you see how these women be behaving. Woman getting glorified for having an OF. Or she out there slinging ass, but wonder why she can't find no good man. Tell me how that worked for you. Not knowing that any and everything that you put on the internet is going to stick with you. Let's continue.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Not one tiny fucking bit. My TV is really pissing me off. I want to take this motherfucker and throw it out the goddamn window. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like the internet Wi-Fi is like a TV antenna. Like, why isn't the Wi-Fi picking up the way it's supposed to pick up?
I hate that shit too sometimes.
This shit is goofy. Shit is goofy, and it's fucking annoying.
So it's like searching for the right signal that you don't get, and it's very irritating.
But that's what they do. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they do. Somebody do me a favor. Kick Joshua's raggedy motherfucking ass out of my chat room. Don't you worry about my goddamn smile, you punk.
Shout out to Passport Bros.
Kick him out of my chat room. Kick him the fuck out of my chat room.
For those chiming in, please put a number 1 in the chat. And a like, I appreciate it. Conversation and reviews.
Shout out to Jeff. Jeff said, shout out to Jefe Del Gato. Appreciate you, bro. You want to know what's hilarious to me about little situations like that?
I want to say shout out to all the men out there, all the kings out there. Keep doing what you do.
What's hilarious to me.
Keep growing, men. Keep sharing. Keep having those men conversations.
You know, whenever folks get their money, right?
And shout out to the queens out there that are doing their thing, that are living their life. Shout out to the women out there that are just growing and learning as well.
Now, the funny thing about this is I was just playing the shit, so why the hell isn't it popping up?
I like to acknowledge the good things that good men and good women are doing. And shout out to our children, our little ones, especially the little.
So this is what's funny about this, right? Shout out to Bishop J. Jermaine said, Angry Man is on that Frank Lucas American Gangster shit today. So, what the fuck?
I'm going to continue to erase
You know what?
men's mental
Hold on 1
health,
second.
especially black men's mental health, because it needs to be talked about while he addresses that. There's things out there that men go through on a day-to-day basis that don't get acknowledged, don't even get talked about. I like to acknowledge it. I like to talk about it.
You don't gotta look at me. But the one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna go out here and get brand new teeth just so you individuals that don't like my ass no way can stop talking about it. Because I know how you miserable pieces of shit operate. You're just gonna move on to something else. Or you'll do what you do over there on the Izzy Band show, which is, he went and got his teeth done. I don't know why he did that. I mean, I guess he wanted to, right? But ever since he did it, all y'all want to do is make fun of him, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense to me. But like I said, if you come in here, right? Shout out to Jessica, said check the Invisalign at Costco, big bro. Appreciate you. No, I have an appointment with the what do they call it? I forgot what it's called. I have to go for a consultation or whatever. I'm gonna go for the consultation and see what they're talking about. Let's see. Shout out to Dark Power in the building. Shout out to Mark G, says salute player. Like the shades. Ooh, you like these? Y'all make this perfectly clear. All right, because that's something I notice on YouTube a lot. I notice that there's a lot of people that want to always hit me with the morality of everything, right? They want to hit me with the morality of everything. They want to say, well, that's not right, and that's not. And I'll just be sitting there looking at them, thinking to myself, like, that somehow has succeeded in convincing the vast majority of the country to keep their heads buried permanently in his ass. Let me say that again. I'm going to say it again. This is the first president in the history of America that has somehow convinced the vast majority of the world to keep their heads buried firmly in his ass.
I agree. Again, you have individuals that conform themselves, that follow, and that don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to how they move. Certain things. See, let me put it to you like this. When you are in a position and you have an adult conversation, whatever the topic may be, anything is, fair game. Whether if it's talking about what Trump is doing, or you shift the conversation and talk about cooking with Kaya. Anytime that something positive or something good that has been said immediately gets attacked. But as long as it's something negative, something evil and wicked, it gets talked about more. What does that say about society? What does that say about the people of this world and their way of thinking? It's sad. But we can't act brand new because if you go back in the 90s, we were warned. It started in the music industry. If you look at how the music industry was back then to where it is now, that's enough right there. What proof do you need? If you look at how relationships were back then versus now, what more proof do you need?
Because one thing that's for certain, one thing for sure, two things for certain. The vast majority of the American public are a bunch of NPC drones. And whatever the media teaches them to think, that's what they're going to think. So as long as the media hates Donald Trump's guts, the people, a lot of them are going to hate Donald Trump's guts because that's what the media tell them to do.
Exactly. When the news media be the ones that know the truth, but not going to spit the truth, not going to tell the truth, but rather spin a narrative. See, just like the whole COVID-19 thing, the scandemic. Have you ever noticed they don't talk about the flu anymore? You notice they don't talk about AIDS anymore, STDs anymore. Have y'all paid attention to that? Or is it just me? You notice certain things don't get talked about anymore. Well, we trying to find a cure for AIDS. There's always been a cure, but you're not allowed to tell it. One of the things I will say is that rest in peace, Dr. Sebi, rest in peace, Dr. Michael Allen, and so forth. When I spoke to Dr. Sebi, and it wasn't a lot, it was just a few conversations here and there. He said, Delonte, he said, Big Truck, stay close to the Berry family. Stay close to the Berry family, Big Truck. Blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. Because those are toxins. Those are things that are good for your blood. And he started telling me certain things. And I start applying those things. I didn't have to go on social media and go blast and tell the world. Nah, I keep my circle small. And because I keep my circle small, I operate differently, move different. That's why I look younger than I really am. It's not just the fact that I'm Jamaican and Samoan and Indian descent. No. I keep my inside healthy. I keep my inside right. But if an individual asks a question, I do my best to answer. You see, I'm not going to just voluntarily put shit out there. Because once again, we're in a generation now, we're in a season now where people will believe the lie and reject the truth.
Just like right now. The media is telling everybody, Trump and Elon are falling out. Talk about it. Let me say this to everybody watching, because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to offend anybody. But I want to get this crystal clear. If I fire up a stream like I did yesterday, and the stream title says DDG versus Holly, right? In fact, what was the title? Let me go back. Let me go look at the title, because I want to be precise. I want to be specific. I think it matters. So, if I fire up a stream and the stream has a thumbnail with DDG on it and Holly Bailey on it, right? Usually whoever the stream is about, they're the person that is centered in the thumbnail, right? So if I do a stream where I've got Holly Bailey in the middle, I got me on the right, I've got DDG on the left, and it says DDG versus Holly, court truth, and postpartum excuses exposed. Don't you bring your ass in here asking me about Trump, Elon, or nothing else under the fucking sun except what the fuck I'm talking about.
Thank you. Fucking thank you. I knew he was going there with it, and I'm glad he went there with it. Okay, let's continue to feast.
Because it may not occur to y'all that I might not be talking about something for a reason.
But there's a reason why you talking about something.
I rarely ever just do shit at random. Most of the time, there is a method behind what I'm doing.
Agreed.
So if I'm not talking about it, I'm probably not talking about it for a reason.
That's right.
I probably got a good ass reason. Now, I could give you the reasons, but then I'd be talking about it like I'm doing right now.
Which takes away from what you
Because
really
truth be told,
should be talking
I wasn't
about.
going to speak on that shit. I wasn't going to speak on the Trump Elon shit at all. Like right now, I don't want to speak on the P. Diddy shit. I could get mad views speaking on the P. Diddy shit. You want to know why I don't want to speak on the P. Diddy shit? Because every single person that they're bringing to that damn trial to testify against P. Diddy is a fucking idiot. Every one of them.
And they trying to get paid.
Every single solitary one of them that they put on that stand is a blithering idiot.
True.
And despite what people think about moi, I don't always look for the shit show. I don't always look for the shit show. Usually, I want to talk about things that I feel passionately about.
I like how Angry Man breaks shit down. I like how he moves. I like how he strategically says what he says and does what he does. And it's not a copy and paste conversation with him. And that's one thing that I've noticed a lot about a lot of content creators, not just content creators, but um, large number of the guests. To be frank, large number of these women that go on these podcasts trying to destroy men, it's like, you ain't saying nothing new. You saying something that the last person done said. And the person before her said, why don't you say something different? Why don't you talk about something positive? Why don't you talk about things you would do for your man? Why don't you talk about how you are willing and ready to love him? Why don't you talk about how you got pregnant by a man and you were excited, you were happy, he was excited, he was happy, and you just wanted to make things peaceful for him, and you wanted to make your household comfortable, a comfortable place for him to come home to after a long day's work. Where's those type of conversations at? Or you and your man had a disagreement, but you were woman enough to admit where you were wrong at, and you took accountability, and you still made him a plate. Let's talk about that. See, are a large number of y'all women scared to have those type of conversations? Or talk about how you are available, you are respectful, you are presentable, you are approachable. You saw a man that you liked, you went after him, you approached him. Hell, talk about how you even offered to take him out to dinner or take him out for coffee and you pay for it. Where are those type of conversations at? Don't worry. I'll sip on my NAS and I'll wait.
That's usually how it works for me. I get up that day, I look through social media, I come across something that I feel passionately about. That's what I'm going to talk about. Because I know that is going to be some good content. If I feel passionately about it, that's going to be some good content.
I agree, because I do the same thing. I'm passionate about relationships. I'm passionate about men's mental health, men's growth, things concerning men, good husbands, good fathers, men being entrepreneurs, men getting their education, men facing their past, men growing, men learning, men healing. I'm all for that because I'm passionate about it. You know, I don't mind. I'm passionate about holding men accountable and women accountable. Let's find a solution. Let's find a common ground. Instead of bashing each other, we're going to call that thing out. We're going to acknowledge the good. We're going to acknowledge the bad. And we're going to talk about both as adults.
Feel passionately about Trump versus Elon. I don't feel passionately about P. Diddy and the parade of witnesses that's going in there basically making it almost look like he didn't do shit wrong. Like I don't. I don't. I don't. Now, I saw a video of Cooking with Kaya.
Come on, let's get it.
Breaking down.
Let's talk about it.
In tears. And I'm not even gonna lie. It pissed me off.
It did too. It did too. It did too. It pissed me off, and it did a lot. Triggering. I know what it's like to be bullied because I was bullied before growing up. I was a skinny kid with glasses, so you know. For those chiming in, on Rumble and YouTube, please put a number one. Put a number one in the chat and like the video. And we're gonna keep this thing going as more people begin to chime in, as more people begin to tap in. Let's tap in more. It's been brought to my attention about Twitch and Kick, so I'm going to look into those two accounts as well, where I can even live stream off of those as well, so I can do multiple live streaming. Like I said, here at the King's Table, you know, we're bringing back the masculine man because the masculine man has lost its way. You have a large number of men, feminine men, and we see that shit. You know, but we're gonna spread some awareness, and we're gonna change that. Once again, my prayers go out to my man, my fellow officer, Hawaiian, um, who had a situation at work. My prayers go up to him. Continue to heal, King. Continue to get better. Your boy Big Truck loves you. Let's continue to roll.
It made me livid. It made me livid. It made me livid. Like, bro. I don't know what it was, but matter of fact, I do know what it is. I do know what it is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the video. I'm gonna show you the video so y'all get an idea of what I'm talking about. This is the video.
As he gets that queued up. Shout out to my first cousin.
All the hate and everything, like nothing affects me no more. Like it's like I have no feelings no more. All the hate and everything, like nothing affects me no more.
Before he begins to speak, let me just say this. Kaya, you never should have went on live crying. Never should have done that. That just made you look bad in that aspect. Never let them see you sweat. Okay? That's something you don't want to do that. Never should have went online crying. People are always going to have something to say. Not everybody's going to like you. Those that know me, those that follow me on social media, you know. What does Big Truck always say? I hope you don't like me because I know who I am. Not every woman is going to be attracted to me. Not every woman is going to be attracted to a 6'2", 285-pound defensive tackle. They're not. I'm not ugly. But it's my demeanor. It's the way that I carry myself. It's the way that I move. I don't move and behave like the average man do. You see? My aura is too strong. My body's too strong. And most can't handle it. And it's okay. It's okay. Because guess what? There's a woman out there that can handle it. There's a woman out there that know what to do with a man like me and know how to keep a man like me. I don't need to be out there in them streets. I know how to sit my ass down. I know how to keep my head on a swivel and keep my eyes and ears open. I know when it's time to speak. I know when it's time to bridle my tongue. Let's continue.
The reason why that video disturbed me, you know, I have a niece that is her age, and she acts the same way. She's bubbly, and, you know, she's not a content creator. She does hair, but, you know, my niece is she's a cute young lady, beautiful young lady, really bubbly, has a lot of energy. And chicks be hating on her for it. And it really disturbs me because, like I said in the short, you got all of these black women online every single day, day in and day out, complaining about people critiquing them, complaining about people bashing them, complaining about not being protected. But then those same black women that complain about all of that will go over to that young lady's page and dogpile on her and call her some of the most hateful things you could think of.
People try to put it in the right perspective here. But Cooking with Kaya made a statement. Something in regards of, cooking for me. If you don't, I will. I'll take your man. Oh my gosh. Social media blew up. Y'all, modern feminist, spider monkey, mammy, moon crooked 99-cent mop bucket pirates came after her. And that's why I said that. For what she said. That ain't nothing new. I believe Salt and Pepper made a song called I'll Take Your Man. And I believe they got a little backlash with it. But if y'all can sit up there and get in y'all feelings because of a statement that she made like that, knowing damn well she don't want your man, it's part of her skit, her cooking skit. Y'all took that shit and ran 8 miles with it and got in y'all damn feelings. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn selves. But see, it just goes to show the type of woman y'all ain't. if y'all can get in y'all feelings and emotions from one statement. Are you kidding me? Then on top of that, you want to go and shame her for what? Let's see. She a black woman. She loves to cook. She don't know how to cook. She loves to cook. She has a nice figure. Same ones, these same heifers shaming this woman. Now y'all dumbasses coming up with your own cooking skits. I'm just sitting back like, as I sip my Nas, I'm sitting back like, look at these dumb motherfuckers. You want to sit up there and hate on another woman. But y'all talk about the sisterhood. What fucking sense does that make? So y'all want to talk about the sisterhood. How come the sisterhood didn't support or come after those other black women that sat up there and set the other sister up that was pregnant? Y'all remember the story. They did a baby shower for her, but her so-called friends set her up. Y'all remember? Beat that girl so bad that she miscarried. That's the sisterhood? Or the other one where the chick got out the car and was twerking in the street and got ran over by the other girl. You want to call that the sisterhood? I mean, what more proof do you need? Do I need to continue? Or what happened with Shanquilla? I just got a new update with that one. I'm going to be doing that one too. But when I'm talking about the sisterhood, y'all turn on each other. There is no sisterhood. Because y'all too busy hating on one another, deleting each other, fighting each other, talking shit about each other. But y'all want to talk about the sisterhood. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Like, y'all hated on that girl until she's literally in a video talking about it, saying that she don't got any feelings anymore, which we know isn't true because she's sitting there crying. You can see the pain in her eyes. Just because she wanted to be a content creator? Y'all are that miserable and hateful?
And the ones that have something to say are the ones that don't have no damn man. Think about it. They're all the same. Fuck about the color of their skin. They're all the same. Either fucked up, slow, broken, broke, have daddy issues, addicted, attracted to the Pookie and Ray Ray and Larry and them, have no life, working dead-end jobs, wearing fake hair, long-ass eyelashes, long-ass fakeness. They're all the same. You notice a woman of good character, a woman of good sense, a woman that walks in her anointing and her discernment. You notice that type of woman didn't have nothing negative to say about cooking with Kaya. That type of woman has something positive to say, has something good to say. And some of those women of good character had husbands, had a man at home, and still had something good to say about cooking with Kaya. Anytime especially a black woman, go on social media, whether it be YouTube, whether it be TikTok or Instagram, and talk about good things that she does for her man, automatically the heifers come out. The mammies come out. Modern feminist women come out to shame her. See, that lets me know about the agenda. We don't want to hear anything good that the woman does. We don't want to hear anything good that the man does. We want to hear everything bad. We want to keep spewing the bad, the negatives, for attention, views, likes. Fuck that. Black life matters. Fuck that. All life should matter. Your life should matter.
Like, y'all ain't got nothing better to do than to pick on that little girl? And here's the funny thing. Everybody that's online, I said, the reason why all the dudes like her is because she's actually cooking, right? And so everybody's like, nah, that ain't what it is, angry man. That ain't what it is. The reason why the dudes like her is because she's up there in little skimpy outfits and she's doing sexually suggestive things. So
the fuck what? So the fuck what? Maybe some of those that have something to say, okay, let's talk about some of these niggas. Let's do it like this. Maybe some of y'all don't have a good woman at home that got sex appeal. They don't cook for you and dance for you. Let's be, once again, we have an adult conversation, right? There's only adults in this room, right? Okay. Maybe you have one of them types of women that don't have sex appeal, that don't love to cook. Okay. To modern feminist women. Maybe because y'all head has been stuck so far up y'all ass, you don't have no man to cook for. You don't have no man to wear skimpy outfits for. Am I right or wrong? Let me know in the chat. Please let me know. Because you got something to say. If you don't have nothing to say, you will look for something to say. And I get on some of you men too. Because some of you men are out of bounds. Just like a large number of these women are out of bounds. Majority of these men like looking at Cooking with Kaya because she loves to cook and she has on her nice sexy outfit. Whether she wearing booty shorts or a damn dress or some damn jeans. So the fuck what? That's her thing. Let's be clear. And that's the thing. People are going to always find something to say. You see? Because we're going to let this play out. We're going to let Angry Man get what he has to say out. But we're going to shift the goalposts a little bit and hear what O'Shea Duke Jackson has to say. See? And we're going to connect the dots. But for this right here, right now, this conversation right now, right here, now, here, now, right here. Leave that damn woman alone. She gonna do her thing. Fuck y'all. There's some rocks outside. Why don't y'all take y'all asses out there and go kick them?
Meg Thee Stallion do way more than that. Y'all don't hate her. Sexy Red does way more than that. Y'all don't hate her. Like, what are we talking about? I'm going to tell you what I think it is, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion, right? This is what I believe it is at the end of the day with Cooking with Kaya. There's a few reasons why y'all hated on her. The first reason is, number one, she's young. Number two, she's not a big back. Number three, she has a natural body. And number four, she ain't got no kids.
I would like to add number 5. She moves differently. She moves differently. Fuck it. Number 6, she is passionate about what she's doing. You can tell that she's passionate. It's just like a person that's from the South, they're passionate about cooking. They put love in their cooking. They put their all into it. That's why those that are from the South, if you don't eat their food, they feel some type of way because they put their love into it. And that's what Cooking with Kaya does with her food, because it shows. Okay? She has a bubbly sense of humor, talented, gifted. So all those characteristics that Angry Man just said and I just said, all those play a part. And y'all hating on her. But y'all want to talk about the sisterhood. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn selves. I know men hate on each other too, but men don't take it that far. Y'all take the shit over, y'all go overboard with it. And when I say y'all go overboard with it, y'all go fucking overboard with it. Y'all take shit where it don't need to go. Let's continue.
She ain't got no baby daddies. She ain't got none of that shit. But here's the biggest reason. The biggest reason why you women hated Cooking with Kaya so much is because the men loved her. That's the biggest reason. That's the biggest reason. You hated her because the men loved her. That's the reason. Kaya, if you ever see this video, let me tell you something. The only reason those bitter biddies are mad at you is because you got the love of the men. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. It ain't nothing else. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth. Every last one of you black women online that sent any kind of hateful message to that girl, that put any type of derogatory statement in her comment section. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Not only that, but I remember like in the 90s, what we used to do, like when, if there was a woman that we would, a black woman that we would approach or we would speak to, and they don't speak, we shut the doors. We just shut the doors right in their face. We're going to start that movement back. I've already started doing it out here. And I have a couple of partners in other states that are doing it. Closing the doors in black women's face. Just closing the doors. Don't say nothing, just close the doors. You're not going to open up the door for me? No. You got arms, you got hands, open the door for your damn self. See, when you do stupid shit, okay, when you do stupid shit, it's one of them things where when you do stupid shit, got to call it out. When you mistreat someone, you got to call it out. All right? When you mistreat someone, the shit gonna come back on you. This whole cooking with Kaya thing, I mean, I've seen the videos, the comments, angry, bitter, fucked up, slow, something wrong with them. Bonnet wearing, all has something to say. But those women have no man, but hating on Kaya. And then those same ones that sat up there and hate on Kaya start coming up with their cooking videos. And half of y'all wasn't even cooking. Half of y'all got some fucking takeout. Men, start closing the doors on some of these black women, these modern feminist women. I want to specify, we're not going to throw every black woman in the same pot. But specifically, modern feminist women, close the doors on their ass. Don't open up the doors for them. Don't feed them. Don't talk to them. Don't comfort them. Don't check on them. Don't save them. Let their asses fend for themselves. Don't give them your time nor resources. I'd rather you deal with a woman of good character. Now, a woman of good character, that can be a white woman, a Spanish woman, an Asian woman, a black woman. A woman of good character, totally different story. Spend time with them. Talk to them. Get to know them. Modern feminist women, you can't get to know. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to conversate. All they do is spend time on TikTok and Instagram hating on other black women, hating on each other, but have the audacity to talk about the damn sisterhood. Ain't that about a bitch?
You should be ashamed of yourself. It's pathetic. That would be like me going to Kai Cenat's live stream or his videos and jumping in the comment section to hate on him because he younger and is popular and shit. Why the fuck would I do some shit like that? Like, bro, the most hilarious thing about all of this is y'all run around here pretending like you're such victims when really everybody else is y'all's victims. You're always claiming victimhood, but you're really the aggressors.
Yeah. Always claiming that man don't protect you. Man don't approach you. I fucking wonder why. For real, for real. I fucking wonder why. Why men don't approach you. Why men don't help you, protect you. But yet you want to call out all of these flaws about men. But men can't call out flaws about you. Bullshit. And when men start calling out your shit, you play victim. You get in your feelings. You get in your emotions. You're triggered. Why? Because what man is saying is the truth, has always been the truth. The shit that you overlook, the shit that you don't want to acknowledge, the shit that you overlooked and put away in the closet. And how dare he expose you? How dare he try to hold you accountable? Because I tell you, those know. Till this day, 2025, my ex-wife has not been held accountable for her actions. But you get everybody else to believe the lie. You get everybody else to side with you. You get everybody else to play puppets in your bullshit. Few years later, now people are starting to connect the dots. Just people are asking questions. And they say, wait a minute, the math ain't mathing, big truck. Something is off here. This is what she said about you. I know you spoke out some things, but you still remain silent. And now that we're hearing it from you, it's something totally different than what she said. Those your friends. My family and friends already done peep game. They already saw it. They already knew. One thing about an individual, when they mask up their problems and they mask up their damn past, and when life happens or something happens, that mask has got to come off. And once that mask comes off and the individual see you for who the fuck you really are, man, it's a long day. Very long day.
You're really the ones running around here attacking people, calling people names, insulting people, demanding that everybody kiss your behind and give you what you want.
And another thing, when I hear modern feminist women say, I like getting what I want, I always get what I want, shut the fuck up, because no, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Things ain't gonna always go your way. You're not always gonna get what you want. And a lot of you men out there gotta stop being simps and grow some fucking balls and man the fuck up. Stop feeding into that shit. Stop being simps and tricks. Because that's exactly what you're doing. Stop giving modern feminist women an edge over you. You are king, damn it. Act like it. Move like it. Let your yes be yes and your no mean no. Have standards, set your limitations. Know what you will accept, know what you will not accept. Stand on business, sit on chrome.
But what's your excuse now? What is your excuse now? What did she do to y'all? I would love for any of them cooking with Kaya haters to just explain that. What did she do to y'all to deserve that bullshit?
Not a damn thing. The only argument y'all can say, well, she said that she'd take our man. Shut y'all bitch ass up. You got to come better than that. If Kaya wasn't saying that, there'd be a woman that will take your man any fucking way. Because you're not doing your due diligence to keep your man. So of course, another woman is going to come in and take your man. Just maybe, you dumb fuck, you don't deserve a man. Did you think about that? Of course not.
What did she do? What is your legitimate reason for disliking that girl? What is your legitimate reason?
Again, it goes back to what I said. I don't like bullies. I was once bullied. So I know how it is. That's why when I see people get bullied and shit like that, that's a trigger point for me. You want somebody to bully, come bully me. I guarantee you, I would have your ass in the corner with your pants down staring at the motherfucking wall. You don't have the right to bully people and think you can just get away with it. No man should be putting his hands on a woman. No woman should be putting her hands on no damn man. See, I don't put my hands on a woman. But guess what? I got female cousins that are good hand technicians. And they on standby. See, I know how to match the threat with the threat. You see? I'm not no punk because I'm a nice person. I'm nice, caring, loving, and giving. I ain't no punk and I ain't stupid. And it seems that you have modern feminist women that take advantage of good men and wonder why men move in the way they move. Like I said before, even the fucking bear checked out. Even the bear got with the man. The bear and the man with their passports, sipping on some Casamigos on a flight somewhere far away from your ass.
Shout out to Lucid Experience. He said, quiet is kept, the sisterhood, the new white man. They are. But here's the thing. To be more accurate, they're not the new white man. They're the old Jim Crow white man.
Shout out to my man K Spade. Shout out to my man Big Pete. Shout out to my man Jerry. Shout out to my man Dexter. Shout out to all y'all for sending me, the messages and shit. Shout out to my man Dale and so forth. Y'all said the same thing. And some of the other followers on my Rumble. Large number modern women are telling on themselves every day, all day. These modern feminist women are telling on themselves every day, fucking all day. Okay? They let it be known. Men, these are the type of women you need to stay away from. Men, these are the type of women, don't even open up the door for their ass. You close the door right in their damn face. I'm starting a movement here on the West Coast. And that's what we go. Every man, if you speak to a black woman and she don't speak to you, you close that damn door right in her damn face. If you approach a black woman and she don't show you love, even if she's not interested, damn it, at least say so. Don't cuss her out. Don't be rude. Go on your merry way. But if she's rude to you, if she's disrespectful to you, close the doors. Close the doors. Close them right in their damn face. Some folk got to learn. You need to be careful of who you disrespecting and who you rude to, because you don't never know who the fuck you talking to. You don't ever know. I seen that right off the back. Certain things I speak on, either I've experienced it or I've seen it. So I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut with no chaser, no weed, no seed, no stress.
To be more accurate, the sisterhood is not the new white man. The sisterhood is the old Jim Crow white man. That's who they are. That's who they are. They're just as bigoted, prejudiced, entitled, violent. Everything you think, every negative thing you could think about, they have embodied it.
There's nothing positive
all
about the
while
sisterhood.
Claiming victimhood, all while running around pretending like everybody's doing something to them.
And pretending that there's no good man. Pretending that, acting like men aren't approaching us. Men aren't taking us out. Men aren't spending money on us. Men. Nah, men ain't doing that shit. Because men done figured y'all asses out. Then y'all dumbasses would get mad at other men for educating other men. Y'all would get like seriously fucking triggered when men put other men up on game. Come on, talk about that one. Let's talk about that. Y'all are outnumbered. Men got their passports. Even if a man chooses to go overseas or if a man chooses to go to another state in America, however that man chooses to move, that's his choice. Fuck you. Fuck what you got to say.
Right? Everybody's attacking them. Everybody's treating them wrong. Everybody's doing something bad to them. Right?
Hello?
Did you get that box at the door?
No, there's a box at the door.
Yeah.
All right.
It's your box. It's not mine.
All right.
All right.
Now, see, that's proper communication between a husband and wife. See, modern feminist women don't know how to do that. They don't know what it's like to communicate. They don't know what it's like to have someone good in their life. All right. Shout out to Angry Man and his household.
Shout out to Jay Jermaine. Jay Jermaine said, black women only respect submissive black males.
I would say a black woman of good character respects a man of good character. So why I say that, Big Truck? Because a black woman of good character that handles her own, she's not going to ask a man for money. She's not going to internet beg. She's not going to slang ass. She don't need an OF account. She handles her handle. She's respected. She just wants a man that she can love and be loved. She's a team player. She brings some to the table of a relationship. She loves taking care of her man. In retrospect, he's going to do all those things for her as well. You see what I'm saying? So how can you expect a woman that's for the streets to respect a good man if she ain't never had one? Because what is familiar to her is the Pookie and Ray Rays and the Larry and thems. Just like if you shift the goalposts. If a man is always used to the Makitas and the Shaquitas, he's not going to know what to do with a good woman. Same thing. An individual is going to be attracted to what's familiar to them. So when something that is out of the ordinary is in their presence, they're not going to know what to do. Some would self-sabotage, just like my ex-wife did our marriage, self-sabotage. Some will even destroy something good before it even gets started. Once again, we cannot act like this shit don't exist. No, people do this shit. This shit is real. And then the good person gets hurt in the midst of it. And if you have children with that individual, the children gets hurt. There's levels to this shit.
There we go. You got more light? No, I'm in.
But like I said, Angry Man Kaya showed competition and catered to black men's needs and happiness. Yeah.
Yes, she did.
That's really, you know what, Malika, that really, when you cut through all of the BS and you get to the underlying issue, the underlying issue is they're punishing her.
They're punishing her for doing something right. They're punishing her for showing how a woman should cater to her man. Okay? Once again, it goes back to anytime a woman displays something positive, something good that she does for her man, she get punished for it. She gets shamed for it. But wait a minute. Y'all supposed to, this supposed to be the sisterhood, right? Right or wrong? So why are you punishing someone for doing something good? Because it's that whole, again, it's that whole agenda. Let's continue.
That's all it is. This is what women do when they don't like another woman for whatever reason, right? They ostracize them. You understand? They make them feel like they don't belong anymore. And they usually do this for some sort of agenda. Now, what is the agenda this time? In my humble opinion, the agenda is, how dare you create content
Come on.
where you're cooking for men and proposing to cater to men while being young, childless, single, cute, and natural. How
Not even young, because you got older women that do the exact same thing. Love to cook for their husband, love to cook for their man.
how dare you? How dare you do that? Because what was she saying in the video? She's saying, y'all better cook for
Go to my
y'all's
live
man
channel. I'm live
before
right
she
now.
do. Right? Now, if she was a old ratchet, big back, looking like Sexy Red in the face and cooking for her dog or her homegirls and talking trash about black men at the same time, oh, they would have loved her to death. They would have loved her to death.
Oh, yeah, because it's right up the alley. It's negative, it's evil, it's wicked, it's worldly. You see? It's that it's that agenda. Men are we need to stay away from men. We need to we need to, men aren't the prize. That whole entitlement shit. You see? That's going against the agenda. It's about us women. Fuck all of that. For real, for real. Fuck all of that. That's the problem. So if y'all want to keep that type of mentality, you can. That's your choice. But don't sit up there and run your motherfucking mouth talking about how come men don't approach you, how come men don't protect you. You don't give a fuck about men unless it benefits you. If it don't benefit you, oh well, nah. Guess what? Men are taking that same approach. And modern women really, really are triggered. A lot of them are crashing out because men are standing on business. Men are sitting on chrome. Men have back to, even at the fucking gyms. Even at the damn gyms. I don't approach women at the gym. I don't talk to women at the gym. I'll go in there and get busy on the weights and get the fuck out. Now, if we decide to have a conversation, we have a conversation. If not, I'm in there to do what I need to do when I'm gone. I don't go to gyms to try to pick up on women. I don't do all that shit. But I'm not going to go in there mean mugging either. If I know a person, I'll acknowledge that person, off to my workout. I'm very upbeat, good attitude, approachable. I smile, I acknowledge. But at the end of the day, I'm all about my workouts and I'm gone.
I mean, at this point, it's not even a mystery anymore. At this point, if you don't realize what it is, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't realize what it is at this point, I genuinely don't know what to tell you. Because it's obvious at this point. It's obvious at this point. The modern woman in the Western world hates men.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Where did they get it from? Well, look at their childhood. Daddy wasn't in their life. Look at the trauma. A lot of them were faced with a lot of childhood trauma that they didn't deal with. My ex-wife is one of them. Childhood trauma that you didn't deal with. And that's why I tell people, because, I had childhood trauma too. Sometimes we spend a lot of times running from ourselves instead of looking at ourselves, instead of peeling back the layers of our past and confronting it and dealing with it, so that in our later years, our later life, we can have a healthy relationship. No relationship is perfect. No marriage is perfect. But for the most part, when you are faced with things, you know how to deal with them. Okay. And you have some individuals that choose not to deal with them. Well, I rely on spiritual healing. No, it goes beyond spiritual healing. You need counseling. Narcissism is real. And when I've experienced that, and it was told to me who I married, I was like, oh, fuck. Let me dive into this thing. And shout out to Dr. Carmen Bryant, because she specializes in narcissism. When I had the opportunity to speak with her, and she shed a light on some things, she's like, yeah, that's who you married. And she went down the line. This. I was like, yeah. Now it made sense. But even in the process of that, even in the midst of that, I was able to look at myself. I was able to go back and confront my past and heal from it. The moment I began to go back and confront my past and heal from it, I saw everything she was doing. Everything came so clear. Like, yeah, you dodged a bullet. You really, really dodged a bullet. Imagine if you had a child by that woman. You'll be between a pimp and a hard place. See, that's the reality. But I'm going somewhere with this. Modern feminist women, they have a thing out for men. There was no man in their life. Where was their father? What really happened? What type of childhood trauma took place? These are those hard questions folk don't want to have, because it's those things in that individual's childhood past is the reason why, as an adult, they behave the way they behave, why they move the way that they move. Too many people are running from themselves. You cannot expect to have different results if you are not willing to deal with your past. You're going to keep getting the same results. That means no matter what relationship you get into, what marriage you get into, your past is going to show up. And your past is going to meet you and face you where you stand. That's why they tell you get counseling. That's why they have different techniques. They have different workshops. They have different things, tools to help you get through that, so that a better version of yourself can be seen by many. And you can also heal properly to where you can have a healthy relationship. I'm all for healthy relationships. I'm all for black love. I'm all for interracial love. No one's perfect. But you cannot expect to have a healthy relationship with an individual that suffers from childhood issues.
Especially black men. There's no way around it.
For those tapping in, put a number 1 in the chat, please.
There's no way around
the video. I appreciate the love.
There's no way around it. Like if you are turning a blind eye to that in this day and age, you're just purposely being ignorant.
True that. And there's a lot of ignorant motherfuckers.
You're just purposely being ignorant. Because at this point it's obvious.
It is so obvious. It is so obvious the way modern women move. And that's why I've said they've made it so clear. Would it really be appropriate or professional to take a modern feminist woman to the family barbecue, to the family cookout? And she not get read like a fucking handbook? Try it. And I guarantee you, family gonna look at her, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna look back at her, they're gonna look back at you. And one of them family members gonna put your ass in the kitchen and have a private meeting with your ass. A secret meeting about who the fuck you brought over here. And you need to take that thing back where you met her at. You got to be careful who you bring around your family, especially if you come from a good grade of family that's very observing and that pays attention to detail. You have to be careful. Because I know for me, I'm going to tell you, I done brung the wrong person around my family. And one of my aunties, God rest her soul, she had a private meeting with me. She had a private meeting with me and told me that thing is not welcomed here. She called her a thing. Sometimes you think you're doing something right, but you're doing something wrong.
At this point, it's obvious. Like, I sit back and I watch it. And sometimes I'm still shocked to this day. I'm still shocked to this day. I'm like, holy shit, they really can't stand men. Like, they really genuinely cannot stand men.
I sit back and I watch, working where I work, and then bodyguarding celebrities. I sit back and I watch. I love people watching because I see through people and I listen. Working in corrections has taught me a lot. But I sit back, I listen, I sit back and I watch. I watch how a lot of these dudes lean in with their money, lean in with their status, and they get played. They deserve to get played. Because look what the fuck you lean in with. I sit back, I observe, watch how a large number of these women try to play men. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, that dude don't see this? And a large number of women that make the shit so obvious. That's the thing. They think they doing something, but they not. It's just that some of these dudes are not paying attention. They just looking at, they're looking at the ass and the breasts and the face. Fuck that. See, I look past that. I look into you. I look into your soul. Because that's going to tell me who you really are. That's going to tell me everything I need to know. How you move. How you live your life. It's going to tell me everything I need to know about you. See? Some don't catch that. I don't give a fuck what you don't catch. I'm just telling you what I do. After my marriage, it's taught me a lot. After my marriage, 14-month marriage, trust me, I fucking sat my ass down. I did some inventory. That's why this hardship came. That's why this, no, fuck that. I will never let another put me in a position like that again. I will not get into a relationship with a woman that has been broken. It runs from her past. Because hurt people will hurt others. Man, I learned my lessons. I took my L. I reinvented myself. And I came back bigger, better, stronger. I said, fuck that. I'm going to start a podcast show. And the moment I started, the moment I shared, go back to my older videos, especially Run Tell That Part 1, 2, and 3. I explained to you what happened. Then the comments started coming in. Men started reaching out. I experienced that same thing. They've experienced similar things. Then I had some women reach out telling me the things that they've experienced. And said, man, we never heard of a man fighting for his marriage. Like, yeah, there's men out there that will fight for their marriage. I survived 2 mild heart attacks fighting for mine. And homeless. And had to go to work. And still giving monies here and there to take care of the bills. That shit don't get talked about, huh? Okay. But once again, all this shit that was put on me, reality is a hell of a drug. But what I'm saying is, even I begin to see, I begin to learn. Not hating on nobody. But one thing I will say when it comes to Black women, it's always competition with each other. It's always the entitlement. Gotta have the last word. Who does she think she is? Always. You had more Black women hating on Kaya than any other race of woman that was hating on Kaya. Let's make that perfectly crystal clear. And the only thing y'all can say is, well, she said she'll take our man. Get fucking over it.
Genuinely. And see, the problem is they're allowed to do it. There's no checks and balances. See, for us men, we're not allowed to just openly hate women. We're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that, because if we were to do that, somebody would call us out on it. Not just women, but other men would call us out on it. But with them, it's like, oh, the patriarchy has been so horrible, you know. Because look, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, and most people don't think about it this way. This is how I think about it, right? The same way. So historically, white people have been painted as villains towards Black people in America. So that has created an environment where Black people think they are allowed to openly hate the current white people because of what the white people in the past did to the Black people in the past. The only reason that I can identify with a current white guy that never did nothing to nobody, and why he's like, why should I be treated like crap because of what white people did in the past? The only reason why I can empathize with that is because the same way white people of the past are considered evil, men of the past are considered evil. And the same way Black people today feel like they have the right to hate on white people today because of what white people did in the past, women feel that they have the right to hate on current men because of what men did in the past. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. I get it. And it makes valid points. Okay. But ignorance is ignorance. Ignorance has no timeline. Ignorance has no color. Ignorance has no gender. If an individual is hating on someone current for what was done to them in the past, that's a them issue. That's a them problem. Accountability is kryptonite to modern feminist women. Men, especially black men, start holding black women accountable for the things that they do and say. Start holding, correction. Start holding modern feminist women accountable for the shit that they do and say. Period. That's how you find a solution to that. When you start holding modern feminist women accountable for the things that they do and say, either they're going to check in or check out. Period. Because you got black women of good character holding modern feminist women accountable. Again, there is no way modern feminist women even have the right to speak negative against Cooking with Kaya. That was fucked up and it was wrong. But also with Kaya, your ass shouldn't have cried online either. Because that's basically saying that you gave them the authority. You gave them the victory. You basically saying, it's okay, I can't take it. Don't allow what they say to crash you out. Fuck them. Now, can Cooking with Kaya, can she regroup from all of this? Hell yes, she can.
Shout out to Bishop J. Jermaine said, yo, there's a sister who has a YouTube channel who cook and cleans for an actual dog. Man, I cussed out. Yeah, I saw that. So black men, whether you know it or not, you're treated like the white people of the black community.
Yep. Facts.
You're treated, black men, like the white people of the black community. You are the white people of the black community.
Facts.
Black men. Because the same way a black person today will talk crazy about a white person today and justify it by saying, well, look at what your people did to my people back in the day. A woman today will talk crazy to a man today and justify it by saying, well, look at what you men did to us women back in the day.
That has nothing to do with what happened back in the day. That has nothing to do for what man did to you. But the moment that man says, what did you allow men to do to you? How dare you say that? Now she triggered. But it's the truth. Look at what you've allowed men to do to you. Look at who you fucking chose versus who you fucking passed up. That's too much like right. How dare you put out there what is right and be spot on? How dare you? You bash men, talk shit about men, but feel some type of way when men don't protect your ass. But feel some type of way when men don't approach you. But feel some type of way when men don't spend money on you. Motherfuck you and your problems and your past, and fuck you what was done to you. Get over it. Get over it. Why don't you spend some time and take a look at yourself in the mirror and have a meeting with yourself, you dumb, ignorant motherfucker?
Tell me that's not crazy. Tell me that's not crazy. Tell me that's not crazy. Look, I have never, the things that men did in the past to women, I had no part in that. I had no part in that. And to be truthfully honest, as a black man, you could even argue that black men have never had a patriarchy. So this glorious history that non-black men had dominating their women, black men ain't never had that history. So how can black women apply that bullshit to black men?
Because it's an excuse. It's a cop-out. Because they don't want to take responsibility. And they don't like the fact that a large number of men are holding them accountable. Good women of good stock, okay, and good character are even holding modern women accountable. And they don't like it. But it goes back to what I said and what Angry Man said, the agenda. There's an agenda being pushed. That keeps that division between black men and black women. And y'all falling right into the bullshit. That right there is so funny to me. It's so fucking funny. It's pathetic. You see the shit being done. You see the agenda being used, being practiced, and you still fall into the shit. Instead of acknowledging it and avoiding it and saying, no, I'm not going to follow that. No, I'm not going to listen to that.
How can black women apply feminism to black men when you didn't experience any of the shit that these other women experienced? If you're a black person, a black woman, and your forebearers were slaves, there was no point in American history where black men dominated black women completely.
No, there wasn't. There damn sure wasn't. Yo, peep this out.
Like, my name just gets slandered so much, and I really don't be doing nothing. Like, I literally don't be doing nothing. It's just always something.
The court of public opinion is mixed when it comes to cooking with Kaya. She's a young lady who became enormously popular on TikTok for her cooking videos. But it wasn't just the recipes. It was mixed in with a little bit of entertainment and excessive booty clapping. Some people think that what she does was genius, while others believe that, well, this is another 304 trying to get rich by just using her.
Again, her cooking methods. She loves to cook, okay? And this is what she was getting shamed. All these modern feminists, spider monkey, mud 99 cent mop bucket pirates Mammies has something to say. Moon crickets has something to say. This right here. So we got food, we got beauty, we got brains. But again, we're going to continue to dive into this thing too. Okay? And O'Shea is going to share some things. Let's go.
Her cheeks. And of course, either person can be right, but there's no denying that Cooking with Kaya is here to stay, at least for now. From going to TikTok to becoming a big time streamer on Twitch, everybody is noticing Cooking with Kaya. And that even was amplified when she went to Streamers University. For those of you guys who don't know what happened at Streamer University, she was dating a young man by the name of Zay Braun. And
now, this was an individual. This was a brother she was in a relationship with. And, things begin to go to the left a little bit. So, keep that in mind.
And they were in a relationship together. But that changed when this happened at Streamers University.
So they had a little party going on and Kaya went to that party. Cool. Be mindful. Kaya has a dude right there. That's him. That's her boyfriend. She goes to the party. She throwing it back on other dudes. It's as simple as that. That's what she doing at that party. While she doing that, this dude is actually touching on her while she's doing that at the party. Now, don't get me wrong. Kaya must definitely check them dudes like, yo, don't do that. Like, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But you can't really say that to those guys if you're starting it. If you decide to throw it back, that's what dudes do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you just, if you're out there dancing, you out there doing your thing, you can't, you can't expect for everybody to just keep their hands to themselves, But why were you there without your man? Number one. Number two, if you know that type of environment, that type of thing, why put yourself in a position to be there? So there's several ways to look at that situation.
They gonna catch it. It's as simple as that.
Once that happened, a popular TikToker by the name of Chevy Caprice predicted this.
I'm going to give Cooking with Kaya until maybe the end of the summer before she is completely ruined, before she completely has ruined her name, her brand, and really her newfound fame. She needs a team. She needs people around her, a little older, to kind of guide her with some of the things that she say, to help her not speak on certain things, and to just teach her how to speak.
I wouldn't say necessarily she'll ruin her brand, but I would say that she'll put a dent in it. Can she revive and come back? Of course she can. But the sister is right. She needs a team around her. You need a team around you to guide you, lead you, tell you what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, what's good, not good. Sometimes you have to know where to go, where to be, and sometimes you have to know when to sit your ass down. I got a team. Me, I have a team. I have a team of 2 people, okay? A business partner, and I have an advisor, okay? We all work together. When we out in public, we know where to go. We know where not to go. When it's time to be at home and do content, we pick and choose how we do our content. But at the end of the day, you got to have a team around you that has your best interests, but also give you the best guidance and the best assurance.
If she's looking to continue to be, like a public figure, at one point they was rooting for her. And now that she allegedly got caught cheating on her boyfriend.
She said, hey, the way that Kaya is going, like, she's not going to be around, she's going to crash out. And it's interesting because her ex-boyfriend...
I want to stop right there. I want to talk about this. The cheating. How did she cheat? Because she was dancing. She was dancing with another dude. And then that later on that dude apologized. Help me understand what you mean by cheating. Did she get caught sleeping with another dude? Because that would be considered cheating. I haven't heard about her sleeping with another, clapping cheeks with another dude. Now, I know that she was not in a committed relationship with this dude here. They were dating, but it wasn't like a serious committed relationship. Okay.
Boyfriend Zabron was pretty much calling her out and basically, calling her a 304 because he went all the way to Akron, Ohio with her. And, when he wasn't there, she decided to go ahead on and basically bounce her booty on a few guys, and some dudes was smacking it, and she seemed to be completely okay with it. And the breakup was public. And then she revealed some information about Zabron, the ex-boyfriend.
If I was one, that would be embarrassing for you. Like, why would you stay with a? Why would you cry for a? She says she wants you to go get established and that she doesn't want to be in a relationship. Why would you literally cry?
Live and said no shit like that. Certain things you got to keep private. It's just like what the sister previously said. You need a team. See, she needs a team around her. You have to know what to say and what not to say. You have to know how to move. Okay? Because if not, you think you airing that person's laundry out there, but you make yourself look bad. That's like me if I chose to air out everything that happened in my marriage from beginning to end. A lot of things I paraphrase, but I never say no names. I speak on them as example. I use them as, but I would never do what she did, how she did it, what she said, how she said it. We didn't need to know that shit. You could have kept that shit to yourself.
Okay? Like, y'all, I've never seen a man cry like that. And I'm not, men can cry. But it just got to the point where it's like, dang, like every time I tell you anything like that.
Now, if you guys didn't know, Zabron is a streamer. He's not like a really big streamer, but she was revealing to the public that, hey, yeah, at one point we were dating. At the same time, she's talking about that this dude is crying. I never seen a man cry like this before. I mean, what's going on with this guy? And then people started to like basically check on Zabron. And when Zay
now, here comes the twist. Here comes the shift. Will things begin to shift? And maybe those know this. Maybe those don't know. Peep this out.
Responded, he said this.
This is crazy because y'all don't even be knowing what y'all saying, and the fact that Shuri posted this is so crazy to me because the bookings she was getting, I was negotiating them bookings. I was bringing her in more money. The 20B1s, bro, she was gonna do that 20B1 for $8K, bro. I talked them up to $20,000, yeah. I wanted her to go up, bro. I knew what she had going on. I knew she was going viral, and I wanted her to make the best out of it. See her down because at the end of the day, I was trying to push her too, but I just wasn't.
So he was the one getting deals for her and pushing for her and elevating her. Okay? Did y'all hear what he just said? He was the one that basically put her in the position that she's in right now to make more money. And
wasn't pushing myself, and I know that's where I messed up at. But at the same time, bro, she can't, like, come on now, bro. I was helping her make way more money than she knew. I was teaching her the game, bro. I've been in the game for a long time. She went viral for her face and what she do, of course, but I was in the background teaching her the game, bro. No cap. Y'all just be talking on this app.
Zane was like, yo, wait a minute. Like, she's the one that got big by learning from me. I was the one negotiating her stuff. I was the one helping her get on. And, you know, like, nobody knew her. She was a subscriber to mine. And then once I taught her about the game, she created an account and became big. Now she's acting like she's better than me, which...
Now, that's too much like right. When you help someone out, they get on their feet, they get where they need to go, they forget where they come from. Never bite. That's what it's like. That's where we at. Let's continue.
What I learned about their relationship is I thought that Kaya blew up and he was just